There's a lot of issues going around right now online regarding censorship. I talked about this a bit yesterday in my video, talking about how the UK is making people do ID recognition and putting their own personal information so that they can access certain websites. So I kind of want to go into a bit more depth about it and kind of give my own 2 cents about everything that's happening right now. Not just the UK, but also stuff that's happening here in the US. So there's some things going around right now on Twitter and on Discord where a lot of users in Europe have not been able to get access to any of the stuff that they want to see. So when you go into Twitter and you're living in Europe, this message pops up here and it says, "Due to local laws, we are temporarily restricting access to this content until X estimates your age." Now, this is all over the place now. It's not limited to just the stuff that you want to see, but for some people who make the content that is being restricted, they can't even access it either because it's in law now. And this is also spreading to Discord. It's not a new thing, but it's become more apparent right now because people are not able to access 18 and up servers on Discord. They have to have the verification and everything like that. It sucks, but it has been a thing for a while, so I'm not gonna focus solely on that. Now, I am very against the idea of having to share your own personal information so that you can access certain websites. I don't think it's a good idea. I think it's a very shady business deal. Just putting your own personal information like that online for pretty much the government to have full reign on and you don't know where that information is going is very, very scary. I don't trust anyone with my own personal information. I try and limit that stuff. That's why I have, alternate accounts, like alternate Gmails, so that way it's not really traced back to my real stuff. But the biggest problem that everyone is up in arms about is that the UK government itself is starting to censor their own internet so that a lot of people can't even access the stuff that they want to see. And in some cases, they're censoring stuff that could be political in a way so that people don't see that kind of stuff. They just focus on only the little positive things and only streamline what they want people to see. Now, this isn't a new thing. There's been talks all over the place in different countries saying that we should censor the internet. It's too toxic. There's too many things involved. It's a very, very toxic place. And yes, it is. The internet is toxic. Go on Twitter for 5 minutes and you'll see that every other post is just a bunch of people promoting their OnlyFans. It's gonna happen. There's pretty much porn everywhere now on the internet. It can't be avoided. And that kind of segues to the other thing that I wanted to talk about, which is the Visa and MasterCard situation that's going on Steam. So in case you don't know what that is, Visa and MasterCard are trying to get certain games removed from the Steam platform, specifically the adult games, which have like all this different fetish stuff that is really questionable. Now, to be fair, there are some crazy games out there that I think shouldn't be on the platform, but on the other hand, going through with something like this sets a bad trend where if you're able to censor stuff on there, it could potentially lead to other stuff being censored down the line. And a lot of people are always saying, like, we gotta protect the kids, it's the kids and all that stuff. It's bullshit. I don't think they really care about all the kids that much. I think they're just trying to dictate what everyone sees online for certain reasons. They kind of just want everyone to become mindless zombies. Now, personally, I don't think people should censor the internet. I think that it should be the person's responsibility to be safe online. Don't give out your own personal information. Don't go to any shady sites that you think will rob you of your own information, potentially get you scammed or cause you trouble down the line. And look, if you play the games that Visa and MasterCard are trying to take down, it's whatever. That's on you. As long as you're not doing any harm, more power to you. I could not care less. What you do personally on your own time is your own business. And I think the government trying to interject themselves into that situation where your own privacy is being taken from you, it's dumb. Now, thankfully, the US doesn't have this problem in terms of like all this censorship stuff that the UK is facing right now. In fact, I'm pretty sure a lot of people can just get around it right now because VPNs are a thing and they can just change their region to different things so that they can look at other stuff that they want. And thank God for those, because I don't want people tracking my stuff. I don't want to be limited to what I can search for online. I should have the rights and access to be able to look for whatever I want and play the games that I would like to play. But for those people who don't have VPN access and can't really access other stuff that's outside of the UK's grasp, there's a petition going around right now that has almost gotten 300,000 signatures where they're trying to get the Online Safety Act that the UK has introduced repealed. And I think it's great. I think that people should be able to have access to what they can search for online. I just think this thing is getting out of hand. I hope to God that the US doesn't adopt this sort of thing that the UK is trying to pull here. If they do, I think it'll be met with a lot of backlash. And now it's saying that the UK is trying to ban access to Wikipedia. So at this point now, it's not even about safety. It's about censoring the information that you want people to see. There's no safety involved at this point anymore. So it's becoming a very, very dictating sort of lifestyle over there. Hell, even some artists are having to change their art because of the stuff that the UK is taking away from them, which is horrible. I always support artists. I think artists are very talented people. They should be able to express themselves in whatever way they want. And having it censored like that is kind of bad. But this was just my little rant. I just wanted to talk about it because of how terrible a situation it is right now, and hopefully that they'll wake up on that and repeal that shit, because a lot of people are outraged by it. But let me know what y'all think. On that though, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. I'll talk to you later. See ya.